California. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. The Charger offense readying for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his second season now out of Oregon.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 80 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
Well, that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting. Call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And Cook has it left side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Penny. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Jones off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Azeez Ojulari in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. After one. Nothing on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Back to throw. Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another. Good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. red zone now. They'll look to throw. That's to Golladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Golladay with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Second down at 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Second down at 6 now from the 42. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. From the 39, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for L.A. Here's Jackson. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at the 34. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's got his tight end, Burton.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone.
Touchdown, Chargers! Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And that's complete to Shepard. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Play action. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first and 10, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. To the air again, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Williams brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Now it's Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
The all-pro pass rusher Joey Bosa able to make the tackle there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. To the right and complete to Galladay. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Herbert and the Chargers down 21-14. A minute 35 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Herbert going to throw.
Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here. And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Jones.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Jones.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route. Good.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Throwing deep for Galladay.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And now it's second down.
Here's Jones.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field. Congratulations to them.
So for the Chargers, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me.